I noticed in our fifth wheel, if I turn the inside switch on for the inverter while it was plugged into shore power, that the inverter would take over priority and drain power from the battery even while it was plugged in. Although it wasn't running the battery down, it kind of defeated the purpose that I wanted for it, which was to act as a standby unit for our dogs if the power were to fail at the campground. And I'd like to make a big shout out to Connor Ralston at PowerMax for going over the operation of this with me and sending me this extra switch to show you guys what I had to do to fix that. It was really a simple fix, and now I've made the change. It works as designed, where the shore power is connected. I can turn the inverter on. It doesn't do anything until you kill power to the shore power. Then the inverter switches over automatically. My air conditioner continues to run. Everything stays exactly as it is. And if the power comes back on, the inverter drops out. Let me show you what I had to do. Real easy, take the cover off. I'll try to do it with one hand here so I can continue filming. But you just put something under this tab and the cover will come off and it opens everything up. And if you line this up the same way as you got the diagram, you'll be able to see that by default, it is set for the wiring from the shore power to come in on the bottom terminals and the wiring from the generator to come in the middle terminals. Well, most techs would take for granted then that the generator will become the inverter. Unfortunately, the primary for this system is generator, and that's because the generator needs a time delay to come on, speed up, and lock the voltage to the right frequency before it allows it to transfer. With an inverter, you don't have that issue. So the terminal here that is marked generator and the one here wiring from shore power need to be reversed. So now when you have it plugged in, the shore power will become primary and it will stay on until it loses power. Then it will switch to the inverter. If you switch these, although this picture does not show it, there is also a small set of jumpers. Let's see if I can get this here. And the middle and the left one will, if you jump those two, either by pushing them together or putting a piece of solder on them, or in my case, I just took a small jumper from a couple of old computers that I had taken apart and slid the jumper down on there. That eliminates the time delay. So now, if the power is on, it works with the inverter on standby when you have your inside remote switch in the on position for the inverter. Nothing gets drawn through the inverter from your batteries. Soon as you lose power, which I simulated by shutting the breaker off, switches automatically. I'm in a Brinkley 3100 now. I was in a Brinkley 2900. The 2900 would when I shut the breaker off, it would switch automatically. The Furrion chill cube would never shut off, and everything would continue to run as normal. As soon as I turned the power back on, it would go back to shore power, and the inverter would have zero draw again. Hope this helped somebody, and once again, thanks Connor for your help down at PowerMax.